So, I have a tablet and it's having issues. As you can see, it somewhat works. Touchscreen is broken. Luckily, it's got a little pin so I can keep using it. But anyway, I mainly use this to draw. Uh-oh, I had the eraser. I had the eraser on for a second there. I thought my pen wasn't working anymore. I pinch and zoom and it not zoom. And sometimes the screen decides to die because it seems so simple of an issue and it's like slowly dying. It makes me wonder if there's just a loose ribbon cable, to be honest. So I guess let's crack on into it. Hold button, hold button, power off. Hold button, power off. Hold. Tap again to do it, and then do the pattern. Okay, what do I want to do? I guess first, let's get rid of this tape, and let's clean all of that tape off. Isopropyl alcohol, a thing of roll, not a whole lot on there, just a bit. Don't want to soak it per se, I just want enough to clean it off. How do I want to do this? Because I know I need to apply heat, I just don't know if I trust this to do it. I have used this a few times, and it just takes forever. But I haven't used it to, like, get the stuff off of a tablet. I don't like this spinning around. I have a heat gun that I can go grab. Heat gun acquired. The current time is 10:04. I hope we're not here for more than an hour. The little iFixit tool that comes with my toolkit, this random suction cup thing I found. I'm gonna grab all the guitar picks. And why not, let's grab these as well. I'm curious how good this one's gonna be, honestly. It's like meant to put this on like your front door, I think. But I don't know. Now for the most heat part. I'm gonna use the low heat and I'm gonna kinda move it around. I don't know that that's enough, but I'm just gonna like give it a shot. Yeah, a corner of the screen's coming up. Pop this in, let's not go too deep. We did it. I'm gonna add just a little heat. Try not to melt any of the plastic. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it in the area I'm trying. Just gonna put heat in the area I'm trying to go for. Ooh, I see bad. Oh, that's bad. Can you see that? That's not good, is it? I went too far deep, huh? I mean, it was broken before. I'm still gonna keep going. I'm not gonna let that discourage me. But I might, from this point on, start using this. So I'm gonna see if I can't just like slice through here. Lots of heat. I am starting to melt the corner of that, and I don't like that. I'm feeling some resistance right here, so I'm not gonna force it much. I just went right over the camera. I saw that. Let's heat up this area and then get back to it. There's a lot here. I'm just gonna try and transfer this sort of closer to the middle because I don't have any more of these. It'll take a while. Okay, so it doesn't want to come up right up here. Yeah, so here and here, sort of this edge, and right here on this edge, doesn't want to come up. So heat, get it to release. Here we go. Let's get the last edge. I'm gonna sort of pull up with this as well, try and make it a little easier. So I've basically got the whole screen to come up. I think I just freed it. Here we go. Let's be very careful. We don't want to ruin this ribbon cable. This is the first time I have ever been inside one of these devices. I don't think it's going to be waterproof after this, but I don't care. Remove this bit of tape. I'm not entirely sure what this tape is, but it's right over the connector, and pop up that. So that's the screen off. Honestly, I don't know what to do from this part. So I guess let's just do the thing I was thinking, which was maybe the ribbon cable is just not having a fun time and needs to be cleaned and put back. Wipe down the ribbon cable. Wipe this down. I don't think that's the issue now that I've gotten in there and it didn't really look like it was out of place in any way. I know I've dropped this device a couple of times, so I was kind of hoping it would just be something that simple. I feel a bit better about putting some force there. There we go. That should be good. I'll replace that tape if this worked. And then let's turn it on. Oop. So it's definitely not working well. I think I made the screen worse. I did find a screen for $40. I thought it was 60. It's hard to tell if it comes with a replacement strip. LCD tape. Let's look at what this is. 2mm LCD tape, phone screen, adhesive tape with a thing of tweezers as if I don't already have enough. Okay. So I could make my own with this. This'll probably work if I can't find the actual stuff for it. Also, if I'm looking at the board correctly, we're missing something, aren't we? Right here, there's supposed to be a piece, this piece. So I have to replace this. Like I have to keep this, remove it, and put it into the new screen. I guess I should actually buy this really quickly. $39.99, $40. I will get it on the 13th, which is like a few days from now. By now. For you, it'll be a second. For me, it'll be like a week. I'll see you then. It's here. Let's just rip into it. Oh yay, I've now got like a third one of these. I couldn't find any of this tape specifically for my screen. So I just bought this stuff that I can do it myself with. Looks like I need a knife. Let's get it open. Well, handles aren't necessary where we're going. I really don't like how I'm holding this, but with the handle broken, what else am I supposed to do? New package! Tempered glass. This doesn't look like tempered glass. Explosion-proof glass protection film. Explosion-proof. Be careful, fragile. Explosion-proof. Fragile. Those don't go together, do they? I'm not going to use this. I have no need for this. But let's get our new screen. There's a lot of bubble wrap. All right. This is getting kind of out of hand. Okay, here we are. First look at the new piece. Ooh. I almost broke the new piece. All right. First things first. Let's take stock of the piece. Comes with a free bubbly screen protector. And you can see the other light too. I have two of those now. Hopefully it'll look a bit better now. So far, it looks pretty good. This is probably that explosion-proof tempered glass that is fragile. I don't know if I'm actually going to put this screen protector on. I'll think about it. Just so I know, I'm just going to put this on here and then put a little sad face on it, so we know it ain't good. P615, P615, TV whatever looks the same. We know that we need to transfer this board to this screen. So do I want to do that now, or do I want to plug the screen in just to see if it works? I think I kind of want to just make sure everything works before I transfer the board. Make sure it works. Yes! Spin it around so it's like upright. It's taking a second, but we have a working screen, and it honestly kind of looks a little better than I remember the screen looking. This was an aftermarket tablet that I bought, and it had some screen issues, so that might be why this looks better. Ooh. Connect charger, because it's about to die. Touchscreen works perfectly. I can open my art app for some reason. This is the project for the Squid Reaper. Everything is blue for coloring reasons. So anyway, we have this figured out. It works. There we go. So we have verified, screen works, no issues there. So now that we verified the new board works, let's take the digitizer out of the old board and plant it into the new one. First things first, let's remove all the tape. I'm gonna replace all of this with Kapton tape, so I don't really care to keep hold of it. There's a bit of Kapton tape here. Is this on the original board? Yeah, so this tiny piece is here on the original, but it doesn't have any Kapton tape. So I'm gonna put some Kapton on there. If I remember to do that, I might forget. Now, to try and get this board out, it's clearly like glued on there. I don't really want to burn the connector, but I know I need heat. So I think I'm just gonna heat the other side of the glass. This didn't work. I ended up spending like 30 minutes on this, trying to do it like that. Eventually, I started just putting heat directly on there, and eventually we got there. I'm under it. I did it. Isopropyl alcohol, for sure this time, will help. Just a little. That's a bit more than I wanted. Getting somewhere. Ooh, good thing I don't need that ribbon cable because I just smacked it. There's this. I don't know if I should remove it. I'm going to try... Never mind, okay, it's gone. This is kind of the same stuff that's here, isn't it? This is kind of sticky, so I assume this is the stuff I'm gonna need to get it to not come off. So I'm going to make an attempt to put it back on. It's definitely not perfect, but I think that'll work. We're done with all the heat. Sat screen can go over with the case. Let's try and get everything back to about where it was. All right, let's push that in. Boop. There we go. Do this. Boom. Let's try and get this back down. That's not wanting to go. I have one solution. Kapton tape. Let's use this one. Let's just sort of do this. This is definitely more tape than I need. I can just trim it now. Be careful, obviously, to not cut any important cables. And then we can use this to cover this section, bit of tape on that, and then Kapton tape that together. Now comes probably the second longest part of this half of the thing, which is getting rid of all of the adhesive so that we can put new adhesive onto the screen. So it's just as simple as peeling it off and then wishing you had a garbage bag right next to you. I have seen some people like twist it onto their tweezers, but I'm not doing that. Okay, so here comes the fun part, Q-tips and alcohol. So let's do that. Let's start getting it clean. Okay, now let's start to use the other side because this side's getting a little dirty. It's not super dirty. It's like, I may as well. It seems like I might be out of time. Burp.
I have returned.
Hath you? I hath run out of time. We're literally just about there. Next, I'm gonna eat, and then I will get this done. Alright. I have fed myself. I have a drink now. So now, let's get the tablet out of the way for a second and put down the screen. And now we need the tape. Just peel up on that. Why is there a bit of a QR code here? And then using the other tweezer, push down on it. I honestly don't know how good of a seal we're gonna get using something so thin. I'm gonna do a bit just like this. Boom. You didn't see any of that. Oh well. Pretty simple stuff to do. Let's do it over here. Peel that up. Give some room. Do that. And then cut some of it like that. And then... Now, this is clearly not the right size. You're supposed to get stuff that goes the whole way, from end to end. But I didn't. And it's a personal repair, so I don't really care. One more. And boom. Now, for the final assembly. Boom. Oh, right. Now, I know I said final assembly, but I want one more turn on. It works. It's at 2%. So I need to charge this, but it works. Okay. Let's button it up then. Just sort of push it down, make sure everything is good, and then pressure. Not a whole lot of pressure, but just enough to make sure everything goes down. Let's peel this up, and we're done. Ha. It's nice to have this back. Hello. This is a bit of a update, I guess, on everything that's happening with the screen. The touch screen is not perfectly set with the actual LCD, so that's a bit of an issue there. There's a bit of a scratch there, but then there's also a scratch sort of right here. If you turn the screen on, you can kind of see the light from the backlight coming through. Anyway, here's Colors Aerospray. I'm editing that right now. I mean, I just finished the edit, but like, you know. Well, we're done here. I've fixed it. Members are a thing. $1 a month, you get updates on what I'm doing. You get your name at the end of these videos. And you get early access to these videos. You can do that, or not. It really doesn't matter.